Hello everyone, how's it going? Billy Ballgame here, back with another video. On this channel, I'm just a dude who loves to talk about baseball cards. And today's video is one that I'm probably the most excited to do out of any video I've done. And it doesn't have to do with the cards that I'm going to show you today, because I am going to show you some cards. But it has to do with what's going on in my display case back here that I'll show you and talk to you about here in a minute. But before I get to that, let me go ahead and show you the cards that I picked up last weekend. Today is Saturday, March 18th. And last weekend we did some early birthday festivities for my wife's birthday and went to an antique store and I picked up a few things. But before I get into that, we started baseball practice on Monday. So we're in full swing of baseball. So we had practice all this week, and then we have practice next week, and then I think the following weekend's games start. So it's going to be coming quick, fast, and in a hurry. Here lately, I've been working a lot of close to 12-hour days. So be patient with me. I have not been able to watch as much YouTube as I would like to here recently. But I did catch up a little bit yesterday, and I've caught up a little bit today, and it will be a work in progress. So please bear with me, and I apologize. My camera's crooked and it's bugging me. So let me fix that real quick. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about baseball. So I think I'm going to title this video, Oops, I Did It Again, because of all the griping and complaining I do about buying a bunch of junk wax stuff. I bought more last weekend. So I may call this video Oops, I Did It Again, but I find it all over the place, obviously, because it was mass produced, but it's cheap and there are just so many awesome cards. And it's a shame that they were overproduced because, again, there are a lot of awesome cards, and I'm going to get into it today. So I picked up another 87 Fleer update set. But what I'm most excited about that I picked up is a 91 Bowman Baseball set. And so I'll show you the highlights of both of these. I won't spend a lot of time on them because you guys know what's in them. But I really think the 91 Bowman set is cool. Now, when I was younger, I didn't. So 89 came out, and then it was novelty because to me, back then, I would turned 14 in the fall of 89. To me, it was cool that they were bringing the Bowman sets back. I didn't know what Bowman was at that time, but my mom told me a little bit about it. And so to me, it was cool that Topps was bringing that back. And of course, it had an awesome King Griffey Jr. rookie card in it. So of course, I loved it, right? And then 90 Bowman came out, and I didn't like it quite as much. Now, they had the Frank Thomas rookie and a few other cool cards in it. And then 91 Bowman came out, and then I didn't buy a lot of it because at that point in time, I had decided that Bowman just wasn't really quality. But I did buy some, and they had some really cool cards in it. And so I went ahead and bought the set because most of the cards that I had from back in 91, I don't have anymore. So I'm guessing I probably sold most of them when I was in high school. But there's some really cool cards in this set and some amazing Hall of Fame rookie cards. And so I'm happy to pick it up. And I think it was $15 for the set. And then the Fleer update was $10. So $25 worth of, in my opinion, cool cards. So I think, well, and we all know that Bowman's quality improved tremendously in 92. And unfortunately, I couldn't afford to buy him then. But I had a conversation with my uncle about him. He's like, you need to check out the new Bowman. And I was like, I don't want Bowman. Bowman isn't good. And he's like, no, they're a lot better now. And then so I checked into it, and they were like, I don't know, $5 a pack or something like that. And I couldn't afford them. But to me, 90 or 91 is really when Bowman kind of established itself as a brand of all the prospects being included in the set. And really that kind of started with 89 because they had a Griffey in there. And it kind of went up another level in 90. But in 91, they had all the cool prospects in 91 Bowman, and then it went to a whole new level in 92. And then still today, that's really what they're known for, is prospects and rookie cards in these sets. But something else that I found interesting about this set is this may be the first set that ever used gold foil in their cards. I don't remember any prior to 1991. If I am wrong in that statement, please somebody let me know in the comments. But these are the first gold foil cards I ever remember seeing. Sorry, I'm trying to get the glare off the card there. But again, there are some cool cards in here. I think these are Silver Slugger Award winners. And there's Rickey Henderson. Here's his commemoration of breaking the stolen base record. Again, more foil up there. Super cool. And I think that's the stolen base record. Let's see. Yeah, all-time leader in stolen bases. But what is that number up there? 56. I don't know what that signifies, so I'll have to read further into that. But again, cool card. Here's his regular card. Look at the legs on that dude. They look like tree trunks. No wonder he was so fast. Randy Johnson's regular card. Of course, you know I'm a fan of this one. King Griffey Jr. And this set had been dropped. And I didn't notice that at the antique store. But I got it home, and luckily the cards weren't damaged. And so these are all really clean cards. It's just a matter of, again, as always, whether or not they're centered. Here's the horizontal Nolan Ryan card. Love that one too. This one's in really good condition. It's got a fisheye, a print dot, or as I like to call it, a pink eye in the background back there. Here is the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. Another awesome card. Ozzie Smith. And now we're going to get into a few of the rookie cards, and man, there's some good ones in here. So Kenny Lofton is in this. Not a Hall of Famer, but maybe he will be. This is his rookie card. And there are others in here that aren't Hall of Famers. You've got Ryan Klesko, Bernie Williams, Javi Lopez would have had some substantial value back then. Sometimes it's hard to talk. Raul Mondesi, Pat Lieberthal, Joey Don't Call Me Albert Bell, or Albert Don't Call Me Joey Bell. I don't remember which came first. Mo Vaughn, and Luis Gonzalez. So some pretty good non-Hall of Famer rookie cards in here. Those guys along with Kenny Lofton, but this card really is known for Hall of Fame rookie cards. It has 5 of them. So here's Jeff Bagwell. He was MVP of a minor league the season before. And then Jim Thome. I love this card. And this one's really nice. Might be slightly off center top to bottom. Chipper Jones, of course, also in the 91 top set. And the 91 upper deck, I believe. Here's Moose, Mike Mussina. Also in, I can't remember if he had a tops card or not. I know he has a score in an upper deck. Pudge, Ivan Rodriquez, another awesome card. And then a couple out of the 87 Fleer set. So here's Greg Maddux, the Professor. Shout out to my buddy Brian at the High Pop Professor. And then this is no longer considered a rookie card, but in 87, to me, or even in 91, this would have still been a rookie card. So Mark McGwire, 87 Fleer update. the Bonds and the Larkin and let's see, Will Clark and some of the other bigger rookies from 87 were in the regular set. So there are the cards that I picked up last weekend. So right now, today, I think it's Saturday, March 8th. I can't remember if I said that or not. My order at SGC has still not been graded. I mailed it, I think, on the 18th. They didn't receive it until the 3rd, and it is still waiting to be graded. And my buddy Thome, I think his got there a few days before mine did, and his isn't graded either. So I'm guessing this 80 and 70 special that SGC's running right now really has things backed up. So I'm pretty anxious to see grades on those, because again, I've got a big stack of cards here from the 70s and 80s, mostly from the 80s, that I want to send out to get graded here over the next few months. And a big determinant on whether or not I get these graded is the grades that I get on the order I have there right now. So just wanted to give you a real quick grade update. But let me get into what I'm most excited about this video for. And here in a second, I'm going to cut this. I'm going to pull one of these out of the case and give you a closer look. But in my last video, or one of my most recent videos, I built a hokey Lego stand to put these cards in, trying to get them off of those cheap plastic stands, because every time I pull a card in or out of there, I bump a card, one falls over, and then they fall like dominoes in there on those plastic stands. So that was the biggest point of my frustration, and the whole thought process behind building that hokey Lego stand. But I got way more reaction to that than I ever anticipated. Like, I figured I was going to get a bunch of comments from everybody saying what a goober and a goofball I was for making that out of Legos. But surprisingly, everybody thought it was cool and were very supportive. But I did have somebody reach out to me about wanting to make them out of wood. And so that was Tony from Southern Collector. And Tony is an amazing guy. I don't know Tony real well, and that's what's so amazing about this whole thing, because this is one of the most gracious and genuine acts of kindness that I've ever received from anybody in my almost 50 years walking on this earth. So Tony and I met at the National last year in Cleveland and talked at the YouTube meet and greet for, I don't know, probably 30, 40 minutes, somewhere around there, because again, I'm just a dude who loves to talk about baseball cards. And so Tony had an amazing story, and his buddy Tim, they were just great dudes. They had amazing stories. You could tell the passion about baseball cards. Tony and I met, and as it happens so often within this hobby, you meet somebody and within 5 minutes you feel like you've known them your entire life, because you instantly have a bond over pictures of dudes on cardboard, right? So Tony and I talked quite a bit. I kicked myself for not getting his number while we were at the National, but I didn't think about it. And he started his channel, and again, it's Southern Collector, and I'm going to link it in the description below. If you're not subscribed to him, you really should be, especially if you love the history of baseball and the history of baseball cards. He's got an amazing collection. He tells amazing stories, and he does in-depth research on these stories. It's not like me, where I just shoot off the cuff, and half the time everything I say is wrong. Like, he does research. He reads books, and his videos are amazing. So he reads books on the topics that he's going to do a video on, and just blows me away with the stories that he tells on his channel and the collection that he has. So again, if you're not subscribed to Tony at Southern Collector, please go do that. He's up around 800 subscribers or so, and I don't even know if his channel is a year old yet. So he's crushing it in the YouTube card community. because he puts out amazing videos, is an amazing dude, most importantly, and has an amazing collection. So please go subscribe, check out Tony's channel. But Tony owns a custom cabinet company down in Tennessee. And he reached out to me and was like, man, I want to make those displays for you. And I was like, I would love you to make displays for me. Let me know what you want for him. And he would not take a dime. So again, one of the most amazing acts of kindness and generosity that I've ever experienced in my life. It would have cost me hundreds of dollars to buy these. If I ordered them somewhere. He made, you can probably see in the top row, and again, I'm going to pull these out here in a second, at least one or two, so you can get a look at them. In the top row, these are 2-tiered, so I've got 2 levels of cards stacked in them. This row and the bottom row, they're 3-tiered, so there are 3 levels of cards in here. And like, they're substantial, like these wooden, well, again, I'll show you in a minute, but I think I got these Wednesday, and I was so excited. Like, I was exhausted after baseball practice. It was like 6:30 or something like that. I'd worked close to a 12-hour day, and I came down here and spent like 2 or 3 hours rearranging my cards because I was so excited to have these. So they're amazing. Tony, I can't thank you enough. Just what an amazing dude. And not because you sent these to me, you already were, and I already knew that, but just what an amazing, generous thing to do for someone that you barely know. And I can't even tell you how much I appreciate it. There's no way that I could ever repay you. But I'm going to do my best. So, I've got something coming in the mail. I'm going to need your address, that I'm going to send to you. Just so I can, and it's definitely not going to be an even trade, but just something to where I can show you how much I appreciate it. And then I'll probably buy you dinner every time I see you for the next 10 years. But so I'm going to quit running my mouth. I'll pull one of these out of the case and talk to you about it a little bit more in depth. And then what I'll probably do is I'll move the camera and give you a better look at what's going on in here. And right now, the way I have it is I have my oldest and best cards kind of down in the bottom right corner as I'm looking at it. And then they work their way newer to where up on this end, they're the newest cards. And the reason why I did that is because I didn't want my best cards to be covered on the second row up here. If I went oldest card here and then worked my way newer down, they would have been covered by this row here. And so these football, basketball, and hockey cards are not going to stay in here. Once this gets more filled up with baseball, these are going to come out and go in this case here. But it allowed me room for like 20 something extra cards in here. So again, it's just what an amazing thing to do for somebody. And Tony, thank you, man. It's amazing. I'm so excited to have them. They look a lot better than multicolored Legos also. But so I'll go ahead and stop this. I'll pull one out and give you a closer look. I'll be right back with you. All right, I'm back. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a closer look. Now, I haven't wiped them down real well yet because, again, I was excited and just plopped some cards in them and put them in the case because I wanted to see what it looks like. So they're a little bit dusty from shipping, and I need to wipe them down and get all the fingerprints from me handling them and the dust from shipping off of them. But this is what it looks like. So this is one of the top levels that's 2-tiered. And again, they look amazing, and they look amazing in the case. The cards look great in them. They fit very well. And again, this isn't about the cards in them. This is about the display case or the display holder. But yeah, they're awesome. And so I appreciate it so much. Thank you once again, Tony. So there you all go. I joked with him about we needed to start a business selling these on Amazon or something. Because like you could probably sell these for, I don't know, 40, 50 bucks a piece or something like that. So again, sorry I dropped it down on the on the shelf a little bit too hard and they fell forward. So the complaint about the plastic ones again is it doesn't take much to knock a card off of it, because you can knock a card over forward or both sides, and then it just started a domino effect in my display case. So really the only way these come out is if I tip it forward too far, because they're leaning in there. So I can lean them real far back, I can lean them to the side, and they're not going to fall out, right? But then if I lean them a little bit too far forward like I just did, then they can fall out. But it's much, much better than what I had in there before, and it looks amazing. So let me put this back in here real quick, and then I'll go around the front and give you all a better look of what's going on in here. And again, it's just so much easier to get cards in and out now. Because a lot of times when I pull cards to do videos, they will set on top of here for weeks at a time, because I don't want to mess with putting them back in there, because I know it's going to be an avalanche. And these are just a whole lot better to deal with now. So I'll spin this around here. Extreme close up. And again, there's a little bit more offset in there. There's going to be glare off the glass, and the glass is a little bit dusty and has fingerprints and stuff on it. So really, like, this is perfect. It's all set up, ready to go. Really, all I need to do is move this middle level up one notch in here to give it a little bit more room between it and the bottom. But everything fits in here very, very nicely, and it looks amazing. And then it's great because I don't have to press my face right up against the glass anymore to look at the second and third row of cards on these bottom levels. It also gives me room to put my Topps Giant Mickey Mantle out, which prior to this had just been in a grading box. So I'm going to find something to put in here to fill these spaces, like maybe bobbleheads or something, I don't know. But here are the best cards down here at the bottom. And then as you can see, moving across to my left, they get newer. So now we're to 82 Nolan. And we come over here and we've got the 89 Billy Ripken F-Face. Actually, I put this row's backwards. I need to fix that. Because we've got 82 here, 84 there, and then 89 over on this end. So I need to reorder those. And then newer as we go up. I was kind of delirious as I was finishing this. But anyway, there it is. So again, very awesome, very cool, very generous of you, Tony. I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm going to work on setting back down here. And I will close this out. All right, so there you go. I'm sure you will see additions to this case many times here in the near future, more than likely as my SGC submission gets back. So let me see if there's anything else that I want to ramble on about. I think that's about it. This is probably going to be about a 30-minute video, so I should probably wrap it up at that. But again, thank you so much, Tony at Southern Collector. I will link your channel below, and if you're not following him already, please do so. Just one of the amazing, generous, nicest dudes in the hobby. And he has an awesome YouTube channel as well, and an awesome collection. So what else can I say about him? He's a Volunteers fan, which he's from Tennessee, so I guess I can't really fault him for that too much. So I can't hold against him where he was born. So just like he can't hold it against me that I was born a Mizzou fan either, probably. So, but anyway, if you're still with me, I appreciate it. I'm getting really close to 1,550 subscribers. So if you're still with me at this point and you're not subscribed already, if you would do so, that would be amazing and much appreciated. So if you would, leave this one a like, comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll wrap it up. So I will probably be back to doing one video a week, but I will try my best to get one video a week out. But there might be a week or so here during baseball season where I miss. But anyway, I will be as consistent as I possibly can. So I guess that'll do it. So until the next one, I hope everybody has a good one, and I'll talk to you later.